Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Crazy and odd things that are coming. What you listen to helps you get in tune to parts of yourself as an individual. That's why certain things resonate with you or don't resonate with you. And reason being why don't resonate with you maybe means that you're not in tune. Because the one thing that everyone should understand, we are all extra terrestrial and spatial beings. So there's an extra sensory that we all have. That's how you be like, she's so cold blooded. Whatever you say. Everything has a frequency to it, and it has its biological and galactical experience. That's why I said basic common sense of psychology, economics, sociology. That's why they always call things micro or macro. Red pill, blue pill. That's why there's only four directions: north, south, east, or west. Anything in between: northeast, southeast, northeast, northwest. Okay? Simple stuff. Conquest, conquistador. Maybe these are passports or open door policies. Places that I'm getting is like Argentina, Brazil, Honduras, Guatemala, South Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela. I did say Argentina. I don't know why Paraguay and Uruguay is so quiet. Syria. So I don't know if this is something with United Nations. Also, people understand when you go look for a psychologist or you go out to seek mental help. I am that person. I will tell you, seek mental help. If you ain't never had it, seek it. The most that they can do is give you the tools that you need. If you ain't already got the basic common sense of what it is that you need, like I can tell you, any therapist that ever really had me, honestly, they can tell you, like, they'll ask you, like, yeah, like, why are you here? It's like, most of the time, it's like just the support, the psychological support aspect of it all. Cause it's like, yo, you're super intelligent. Yo, like, bro, I need to find those two doctors. I won't ever work with no other doctors ever again. Because it's like they give you a preference, male or female. That's one. Two, people, get in tune with yourself. I know you desperately need help, but you desperately need to get in tune with yourself. Where, like, when you get ready to go, because they're going to ask you, when was your happiest moment? I don't give a fuck if you were six, motherfucker. Sit in that 6-year-old moment. And as a 6-year old, you even knew, as anybody that knows any 6-year old, kids gonna tell you shit that you be like, I wasn't paying attention. I was, but I wasn't, and I wasn't trying to acknowledge it. But they gonna make sure you acknowledge that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like kids, when you have like, your stomach get a little big, they be like, "Is you pregnant, mom, or is that just a jelly roll?" Kids can be brutal, but they gonna tell you the truth, and they mean it with love. It's all innocent. So most of the time, you be like, I love Kiwa, be mad and go out, but then you be like, damn, it's just a kid. But then you be like, oh shit, it's the truth. Like, oh shit, what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It gets your mind going. You know what kids do? It gets your mind going. So I tell people, get into the happy space. Like when you go seek therapy, don't just go seek therapy. I need therapy because this is going to be what's best for me and this is going to help me do this with my family. No, Do it because you just know that you have to do it for you personally. Now, granted, is there a lot of people that don't go because there's light side and dark side to everything that we do in life. The thing of it is like, are you going to get in grips enough with yourself to honestly say to yourself that, like, hey, bro, I need help. However, like for me, shit, with the VA, it's motherfuckers in there, doctors, therapists, you name it. Psychologists, psychiatrists, they just in there for the money. Cause shit, they know like shit, we working for the government, we getting a good check, shit, we gonna get good benefits, just as long as we do our job. And most of them is like they're there for the money. They're not doing it because they actually love their fucking job. Like it's some people that we'll run into a VA that work there and they love their fucking job and they be the dopest people to fucking work with. Like you get shit done. Now you got the motherfucker. I gotta check and I gotta work with these veterans. Like, do you understand? Were you a veteran before? Some of them are not veterans. Some of them are just like wives and stuff like that. But some of them just got lucky and got the job and they just don't understand. So therapists, when you choosing one, make sure the energy is right. If it feels like it's too comfortable or too safe or something like that, start asking them questions. Because it's like, they'll know, but then they won't know. But then it's like, ask your security questions to them. Because they're going to ask you questions just to make sure that you energetically match. Because it'll be some people like shit. I tell people all the time, if you are if you're not a Caucasian, Caucasians is going to understand any Caucasian. And that's in any language. If you marking down that you Caucasian, they're going to understand it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the only difference is the language barrier. However, if you Hispanic, you some English and stuff like that, you black and you know English and stuff like that, you're more suitable to get you somebody that's within your community because they know your struggles. However, even with them, fill their energy out. Because it be people going in to become psychologists, psychiatrists, just to be like, I just want to be able to prescribe medicine. And it just people that's there for the check. So trust and belief, they just there for a check. Yeah, big companies, big pharma, anybody can come in and be like, yeah, we want to try this new medicine on the market. We know that you got X amount of PTSD clients that's in the VA and in this part of the country or in this part of Florida or in this part of Texas. They looking at all of that and it's like, shit, if we can make this deal to, make this deal, shit. Going here, we send out our doctors. We know they well qualified from the top colleges. Hey, we need you to do this, this, and this because they didn't went to the colleges and recruited and stuff like that. But them not knowing under these contracts, like, oh shit, we getting this good money and that kind of good money, and yeah, good money, honey. And now you didn't even realize what kind of research that you done stepped into, and then some of it where you stepped into is just like, wait, I used to take this medicine too. And now it's like, oh, shoot, whistleblowers. But it's because morally at that point, it's like when you go get the money, go get the money. You're not thinking of the moral aspects of it because it's like at that point, you thinking of the responsibilities of financial material things that you got to upkeep. Because you're not thinking about the mental, emotional aspects of the upkeeping. Like you could be hitting the gym every day. Why am I not getting the results? But then you go work with a personal trainer. Personal trainer, they do that shit for a living. They eat, breathe that. But then they understand the concept. Hey, my mental health is way more important in this aspect of me to get physically fit. So mental plays a real huge part on your physical. That's why I tell people, go get the help. That's why any dude like you need to go. I go see a therapist every day. There's a therapist that comes see me. There's a social worker that comes see me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, even though I knew they were fake, because it's like I hadn't, like, the experience I had from the Orlando VA to the one I got in Puerto Rico, it was like, oh shit. Like, bro, this is not, like, it was not feasible. Like, there's different VAs that, you know what I'm saying? It depends on where you at. But it's like, once you get a feel of who it is, like, hey, you got doctors that's going to be on it. All right, let's handle it. Let's take care of you. Because it's like, they understand it. And it's like, you don't even know that you, as the doctor helping you helping the goddamn doctor. It's like, shit, you could be the top of the day. Hey, doc. That relationship bond that you grow over time. That's why when it comes to those moments where I had a good he was a good psychologist. I don't know what side he played on in a lot of that. Donald, was it Donald Romero? Out in Colorado. He was dope. And he got me. He understood what it was like. Okay, in order for me to work with this client, like, he took the time, like, what are you into, what do you like, tell me about your kids. But it was like, he basically let me know, like, I read into your history and things like that, but you talk to me, because if a doctor that can make it clear to you, like, hey, I can see everything in black and white, but I need you to talk to me, because seeing that person go through it, all those things, I had dope like psychologists. Donald Romero was one. Miss Taylor, I don't remember her first name, but I used to email her. She probably got a book out on my ass right now. I don't even know. But that she was a good therapist. I had one. He was an old man. I don't know if he was like Gulf War maybe or something. I don't know. He got injured, something like that. But baby, I'm sitting here telling him, he tried to downplay. Well, why don't you just be a nurse? I'm like, I want to be a doctor. Well, you'll be better suited to be a nurse. And I was just like, what? Okay. Well, you're just depressed. Like, bro, like, can I even talk to tell you what's wrong with me? Like, he wouldn't even let me talk. And that's when I understood, like, okay, there's doctors that will be willing to work against you. And then there's some that's actually working with you. But it's just like, when that energy is rejected and you be sitting there like, dang, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I'm feeling some kind of way. Like, move on to the next one. It don't matter if you got to go through 5, 10 therapists until you get to that right one that's be like, I'm telling you that, don't give up just because you be like, this ain't working. This ain't working. It was the same thing when, what's the name of that program? Cognitive behavior therapy. But it was like, was it a 90-day? I'm going to say it's a 90-day program. But I went inpatient for that. But it was just like, basically, my therapist, Donna Romero, was dope enough to recognize within myself where I was talking to him like I'm begging and pleading, like, but he was like, Sharita, you got the answers that you need. And it's just like, but he understood, like, okay, it's not, she knows, but it was like one of those mind and body things where I had a clear understanding where he was assuring me, like, baby, you gotta go, telling me that you gotta go without you gotta go type thing. And it was just like, he was nursing me back to life through music. He'd be like, hey, you heard this song today? Or he'll play some old school music and stuff like that. And I was so grateful for him, because it was just like, he just didn't understand, but it was just like, he spoke something that I understood. And it was like, music was my therapy. So it was just like, it was so bad with everything happening and the pressure weighing on me. I'm sitting here like, am I losing my mind? Am I going crazy? And it was just like, okay. Well, when I talk to him, I'm having to, reiterate the moments that I had in therapy. And I was like, okay, what's going to work for me while I'm here? Because it was like, I was in misery every day. I couldn't enjoy my kids. I couldn't enjoy those moments. Like, don't think for a moment I was going to take a picture of every moment, because I know what happened, but it was like, I couldn't be connected to it. And I was struggling so bad, because it was just like, I had needed to get away from my second ex-husband at that time. And it was just like, what is it? What is it? And having to constantly relive the trauma over and over again where someone was causing it, baby, therapy is necessary. And then it was just like, Yeah, you can get therapy for what was happening in the moment, but if you don't choose to dig deep into them childhood wounds, whether it was people touching on you, picking on you, beating on you, neglecting, baby, go heal every single wound of you, because every piece of wound that you heal for yourself, you heal not only yourself, but you heal your children. Especially if you ain't got no children, you're healing your children before they even get here. And those that's doing the work now, and if say somebody you're pregnant, or you got someone pregnant, the more work that you do, the more healing you allow that child to be able to not even have to experience, not even shit, not even anything you went through. Honestly, if you heal it before it can get there, because you recognize what it looked like, you recognize what it smelled like, who likely would do it, possibly could do it, like you start taking precautions in your life for yourself, your children as well. Whenever you start digging deep into those childhood wounds, shit, my biggest enemies and my worst bullies was my own family, my own blood, mama, daddy, cousins, uncles, you name it. Granny, any little bit of attention I would get, baby, it had to be diverted quickly. So it's just like abandonment, neglect, no support emotionally, mentally, nothing. And it was just like, I don't know those experiences. But I knew damn well I wanted to make sure when I brought my kid in, I heard, I love you. I'm proud of you. Good job. Hugs. Good morning. All of that stuff. Anything that I could learn. Shit, if I had to pick up a book to learn it, I did it. On top of, okay, I need to take a parenting class. Okay. Um, Shit, I need to take a cooking class. Oh, I need to take me a sewing class. Like, I knew that I needed to take all of that, because I understood, like, okay, I could get me a job, but it's gonna provide for this. But I understood, like, hey, if that oh shit moment and the cost and affordability, hey, I might not be able to buy all them some clothes. However, if I can sew some stuff up and make it look good, though, guess what? That's for my kids. But I remember as a childhood, dream, hey, I wanted to do it. Well, shit, it's giving you an opportunity. But however, you know what I'm saying? Would it look good on them? Do you got a good, fashion? Or do you see what the kids like? All that stuff, like, excuse me, you can heal so much. That's why it's like when people be like, you don't mind what your baby did, it's not being, no, I really fucking don't, because as long as I'm doing my part, I'm healing the little girl and the big girl of me. I'm healing every side of me as a mother and as a father. So I had to remother and refather myself. So the most high mother and father of the sky, the most high of the Lord God, Jesus, whoever you pray to, they've been my mother and my father. That's who I know. And they give me the strength every day. Even if I cry, even if I'm sad, mad, angry, even on my happiest days, they gave me the strength to be able to do that and to give to them children the best way possible. Even in the struggle. They make it clear that everything is going to be okay. Those therapy tools help me. Hey, think about it this way. Think about it that way. And having different perspectives in every situation, in every way, it changed your life in different ways. Now I don't have to argue with people no more. Now I ain't gotta just hit you in your shit no more, because it's like, okay, I'm irritated. Uh, and then expressed it like 2 or 3 times. All right, you just disrespected me about 2 or 3 times. All right, now you cross my boundaries three, and before you can look up, it's just like, what the hell just happened? It's either you choose life. That's why I tell people all the time, choose life. You got options. But hopefully the option is choose life. Choose life. But choose what's right. Yeah.